Welcome Texas State Bobcats. My name is Jamian Lebron, and welcome to episode 2 of the Step Up Podcast, y'all. What's going on, man? This episode is brought to you by the CIE, and this is a special episode because this is the first time we're having a guest here on season 2, man. What's going on? All right, sweet. So look, this guest, he's a pretty known Texas State figure, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually really excited to get him on here. But before we do that, I got some announcements for you guys. Coming straight from the CIE, we got some free student events that you all should attend to, and that's going to be going on all this week, all right? So I just want to highlight some of that, you know what I'm saying? Just so that y'all can get out there and start attending some of these events. So first things first, all right? Monday, we have a student-made info session. It's going to be online from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Student-made is coming up. It's an online workshop for students. So if you want any more information on that, it's going to be happening, all right? Wednesday, September 17th, we got a workshop Wednesday, and it is going to be focused on sustainable business practices, okay? That is from 5 to 6 p.m. in the 3rd floor of Alkek, all the way at the back in the CIE gathering space, all right? So make sure you go to that. Thursday, September 18th, we're navigating the music business info session, okay? If y'all are interested in music business, man, y'all trying to start something up, y'all trying to get something going, all right? That is also going to be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the 3rd floor Alkek CIE gathering space, all right? And then last but not least, Friday, it's parent weekend, y'all. Bobcat Bazaar is coming back, man, and it's family weekend. Everybody's going to be coming out here supporting these small businesses. That's going to be from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock p.m. right outside the LBJ Student Center. It's going to be in the mall, all right? So make sure y'all attend that. Make sure y'all grab your parents something, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them paying for your tuition. You got to at least give them a gift or something from the bazaar. So that's going to be fire, man. With all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to introduce to you our guest for this week, all right? Now, this is a good friend of mine. I've been working with him for quite some time. I've been seeing his hustle, his dedication. Some of you all have also been seeing that on campus, all right? The product that he sells is genuine, and the person behind it is a genuine person as well, and we're going to tap into that on this podcast. Please, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the Pickley President Rodrick Hockley, man. What's going on, man?
How you doing, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing great today. Even better now, man. We got our first episode going with a guest.
Yes,
so if you could introduce yourself, you know what I'm saying? Talk about what your business is, what affiliation you got with Texas State, you know, like what other extracurriculars you had, or, you know, what class and everything. And, yeah, man, just introduce yourself.
So, man, I'm Rodrick Hockley. Man, I'm a Galvestonian from Galveston, Texas. Man, I end up coming to Texas State in 2020. I transferred from Navarro Junior College. I ended up playing being on the football program for 4 years. Mm-hmm. And within that time, I ended up branching out and making a business, a pickle business. And yeah, man, it's kind of where my journey officially started. I've been selling these pickles since I was like 12, but it wasn't until I got to Texas State and I started learning about branding and marketing that we actually got Pickley Pickles going. So, yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, bet. What was your degree, by the way?
So I studied applied arts and science, and I graduated the spring of 2023.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I bet. I'm just trying to, you said you learned how to do it in college and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to piece together the stuff. All right, bet. So you had a pickle business, all right?
Yes.
So you had a pickle business. You've been selling pickles since 12th grade.
Since I was 12 years old.
Since you were 12 years old, my bad.
Yes.
And you were getting that stuff going for a long time. So first off, I want to figure out, like, that's a long time to be selling pickles, man. So I gotta figure out why pickles first off, and what made you keep going all this time.
Man, I wish I could tell you why. I guess the pickles chose me before I had a chance to choose them.
Oh, word.
My grandma, I always sold stuff in like middle school. I used to have like sunflower seeds that I would break down from big packages and sell them into like smaller Ziploc packages. Mm-hmm. So my grandma taught me how to make these pickles. That was just something else to go in a Ziploc bag.
Okay.
So as I got into like high school and stuff like that, people kept asking about the pickles. And then I got into, like I said, college, and I started learning about branding, marketing, and business. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what solidified me in the pickle game. Mm-hmm. Before it was just a hustle, and then I started learning about a brand, and that's whenever I started putting the pieces together.
Wow, I see what you're saying. Okay, bet. So then over the years, you said that, you know, you started from little Ziploc bags that you were giving out to school and everything to now, like, you know, having your own business. How, like, pickles is a very niche product, man. Like, it's very niche, you know what I'm saying? So how did you get better at selling pickles to people, you know what I'm saying? How'd you get better at doing that?
Huge shout out to my mentor, my uncle.
What's his name, man?
Robert Hockley.
Okay.
He has a store He prints T-shirts for people.
Whoa.
Right. So he's in the service industry.
Okay, sweet.
Right. But yeah, he's my mentor. And shout out to my mom who also instilled this hustle into me. But yeah, those are. I'm sorry, what's the question again?
I was wondering, throughout the years, how were you getting better at selling your product to people?
So shout out my uncle and my mom. So my uncle, who kind of taught me these business practices and principles of business, he kind of put the structure of business with the information I had. He helped me put those two together. And then my mom's just been a big presentation woman my whole life. So even starting in middle school, I've always had the best like science projects, presentations as far as like PowerPoints, you know. So the presentation along with the business structure, those come together, man. It's a perfect product, man. Pickley Pickles.
Wow, man. That's so crazy, man. I relate to that so much. You know, it'd be them nights, man. You got a science project or something coming in, and then your mom she'll just see the rubric or something, and she'll be like, we're going all out.
Man, we get the, and I was always procrastinator. So my mom wouldn't know about the project until like 3 days before.
Oh.
So I'm used to having to put together a grand scheme in a short amount of time.
Yes, man. You tell her the night before, like, yo, mom, I got this project.
Yeah.
I'm going to freaking Office Depot or something like that, coming back. Oh my gosh, I understand it, bro. Well, that's really cool. So you've always been somebody to go above and beyond it.
Yes.
Is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
And no matter what, you get a product out and it's good.
Yes.
Right?
Along with the presentation, I present it well. The product is good itself. So that also helps with it. Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, sweet. So I want to talk about, so I've seen you on campus and everything like that, all right? And so have the people watching this. I just want to say something I've noticed about you is this hustle, you know, you getting up and going out and like actually doing this stuff, okay? So first I want to kind of touch on what made you here? I'm going to say this. You have a hustle where you go out. I see you're out there during the hot days in the river. You're going up. You got your pickle bag. You got your backpack on. You're probably sweating like crazy. And you're still getting those pickles out and you're still having conversations and everything. So part of me is wondering, how did you find that discipline to wake up every day darn near and get out there and talk to people in the hot and sell your product? And was it always instilled in you, or like did you have to build it up? Like what's the story behind that?
Man, well, this hustle, this is something that I kind of take pride in myself. It's something I've always been.
I imagine, yeah.
I've always been the over hustler. For example, man, going into my freshman year of high school, man, I used to work out. Like my junior year, 8th grade, my summer of 8th grade, I would go work out at the high school football facilities, right? And I would be just by myself at 7 o'clock in the morning, hitting it, tackling a tire, you know, like in the sand pit, you know. Wow. No one's telling me to do this. In fact, I'm actually getting in trouble for not being at home doing dishes and stuff, you know. So I'm always been the obsessive type. So once I find something to get obsessed over, I'm going all over about it.
Wow.
So that's kind of instilled in me. So as I got older, man, whether it be and I've had a hard route. So being able to see how my hustle has helped me overcome some of these obstacles, it's like a dog that gets treats. You know, it kind of become a learned habit.
Gotcha.
All I know is how to hustle hard. You know, and then the benefits that come from that. They just happen to be the benefits from it. I was going to do this regardless.
I see what you're saying. So then football and some other extracurriculars really built that foundation, you know what I'm saying? But like for that foundation, that's more like a team building thing, or that's more like a, you know, like I'm promoting my skill and everything. What about like a personal product, like a brand with like your face on it and everything, like, you know, Pickley Pickles and everything, like was that any different than starting the stuff? Was it like
whether or not I was I've always been. I have this other persona that I have. I call Hustle Hawk.
Okay.
So whether or not I'm playing football or I'm selling pickles or I'm in a class studying, I'm always Hustle Hawk. I'm Hustle Hawk at the beginning of the day and at the end of the day. Right. So it doesn't matter if I'm playing football. It just happens to be a task for Hustle Hawk to accomplish. You know. So it's never been the challenge that's made the hustle come out of me. I've always been the hustler that went and attacked the challenge, you know? So that's kind of more of the perspective I have on me being the hustler.
Interesting. So instead of like letting stuff come to you, almost you're seeking out the stuff.
Yeah, man. So like for instance, whenever I went to Navarro Junior College, on my way back home during like breaks, I would stop at schools like U of H, Prairie View, Texas Southern. Unprompted. No one's telling me to do this. I don't have friends there, but just me being hustle hawk. I'm like, okay, I got this product, I got these pickles. People don't really know about it. Like I said, this before I got to Texas State, so I'm still like in hustle mode. Gotcha. It's not really a brand yet. But I'm like, I'm finna go do this. I'm on the way to home anyway. I got to stop by these schools. I'm finna jump out there. I'm finna go see what's going on. I'm finna go see if we ready to push Pickley out here.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's kind of my go getter aspect.
Gotcha. And it's just like, I don't know, man. It's like advertising your brand into other spots of the world. Like you just said, different campuses and everything like that. I mean, were there rocky moments? Like were there moments where like you went out there and there's a day where like not a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want your pickles, man. Or like not a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Like, I mean, were there bad times leading up to this where you are now? Like how'd you get past them? What were the bad times?
Man, I actually got a song that's been going through my head for like the past few days, man. I got the charisma to win, man, and I got the adrenaline. I got the charisma to win. I got the adrenaline. Something. It's a 50 Cent bar, right? But yeah, man, I got the charisma to win,
see if I
man.
can pull up the lyric or something. Yeah.
So I'm blessed, man. People say I look like my mom, man. She's a smiling woman. She taught me how to have a good smile.
That's awesome.
And it's something that she like really implemented is having a good smile.
Shout out Mama Pickles, man. Shout out Mama Pickles.
Shout out to my mom. Shout out to Miss Latoya. But yeah, man. So me just having this charisma, it's less of me going out and selling. It's more of me giving people experience to experience me. That's what I found out that's more of what's going on. What I thought it was me going out and selling pickles. It's not necessarily the pickles that I sell. It's more of like the experience that I get to sell. So sometimes it's not necessarily about, how should I put this? It's not necessarily about money, to where I can go out there and say, man, I didn't get these amounts of sales. I had a bad day. It's more about the experience. Did I go out there? Maybe I went out there and didn't sell not one pack of pickles, but I met 25 people. We took pictures. We had what I would call a Pickley moment, where we had like Polaroids and stuff. We got to have a real experience, So now maybe they don't buy pickles because everyone doesn't like pickles, but they buy into the brand. They buy into the P. They're like, oh my goodness, the experience that I had with the brand with the P.
Interesting.
I want that, and I found the way to, with the branding, to represent the positive energy that I have without me being there. So that's where the logo came from.
So then this is okay, sweet. So this is different than what I see some other people with their other companies feel like. I feel like for a lot of people, whenever they're starting a brand, whenever they're starting to sell a product or something, it's all about like the numbers, and it's all about like, okay, I need this product out here and I need to, do some stuff here. For you, it's less about the result that comes out of it. It's about yearning for the experience.
Well, like the journey.
Like the journey. Sorry, my bad. The journey. That's what I meant to say. It's like yearning about the journey and everything, and figuring out like, okay, these experiences that I'm having. If I do this, this is gonna happen. If I do this, this is gonna happen. And so it's kind of like you're striving out of curiosity.
In a sense.
I think that's so interesting. Like, talk a little bit more about, like, I don't know, man. That's so cool.
Man, I honestly couldn't even talk about it. My brother kind of put this perspective on me a while ago. He was like, man, it's like he said, it's more of a, he calls it, man, you just like to figure out, you like going out there just because you want to see what's next. And it's like, it's not necessarily that I want to go see what's next, but I'm not scared of what's next. I know something has to happen. So if it's either I'm going to wait for something to happen to me, or I'm going to make something happen to something else. So I'd rather be the one making something happen.
Wow. And so how'd that
perspective come?
Perspective come. Yeah, exactly.
From my uncle, man. So my uncle, who was my mentor, he did 8 years in the penitentiary before he got out.
Okay.
Right? And once he got out, he like changed his life, and he also changed the course and trajectory of my family's life once he got out. And he decided to implement what he learned while incarcerated, right? In the business sense that he had before he was incarcerated. He decided to come back in the free world and implement that to his nephew, right? To this next generation, right? So, man, my uncle, he's kind of the one that implemented this attack type of aspect, man. Because I remember a story. He told me, he was like, man, whenever he used to get in trouble, his mama, my grandma, right? He wouldn't let her tell him that I'm gonna whoop you later on. You know,
Okay.
he's not the type. You know, he's going to go knock at the door. Can I get my whooping right now? You know.
Wow.
You know, and once you, and I always kind of consider myself channeling him into me. And once you see like how he attacks different problems, and you see him actually attacking situations, and then he tells you the perspective that he had, it's like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, now I see why these things are, why you do how you do it, you know? And you see what type of effects it has on him, and how he's more proactive instead of reactive to things. It becomes easier to adapt.
Interesting. So it's like, if something's coming up, your uncle is the type of person that would rather get it out the way now and like seek out that and be like, I'm doing this right now, instead of waiting for it to happen to him.
Yes.
Okay. And that's kind of passed down to you.
Passed down to me.
Wow.
People say I'm Lil Hockley.
Okay.
I'm my uncle's nephew.
Wow. That's so cool, man. I love hearing family stories. That's so cool. Awesome. Okay, sweet. So tell me about your brand. So like your company and everything. So you get pickles, you distribute them, you package them. Like tell me what you be doing.
So the pickles, man, like I said, this is my grandma's recipe. My grandma taught me how to make these pickles whenever I was like 10, 11, 12ish, right?
It's wild, man.
It's wild. It's been a while, man. So right now we're not at the process of which we have like a large cucumber farm, right? Which I do plan to get to like eventually. But
they're cucumbers then.
No, so they start from pickles.
Okay.
We have like a whole garage full of pickles, basically.
Wow.
Right. But yeah, man, we start with the pickles. We chop them up, add like some seasonings into them, let them sit for like a week or so. Then we package them up, man. And that's kind of like the bread and butter of the actual production. You know, like I said, it's not about selling pickles. So like it's as simple as that product that process is. Once that process is done, that's only the beginning of the journey.
Yeah.
You know, the brand Pickley Pickles, right? Like you asked, man. So after we get through with the production, man, it kind of becomes a planning and executing journey, right? So let's just say I make like 2,000 packs for the month, right? Now it becomes how do I sell 2,000 packs a month? You know, and like I said, it's not necessarily, and I try not to be more of how do I sell 2,000 packs a month, but how do I put myself in a vicinity to where selling 2,000 packs of pickles is possible, right? So yeah, I just go boom, and then after I find my plans, I found these places or home, you know, like San Marcos. I try to build like a fan base or a support system, right? So, man, I came out here to San Marcos in about 2020. Since 2020, 2025 now. So I have these 5 years of meeting people, building these connections and stuff, right? So now I left a print on the city to where now I have them in maybe like 6 or 7 stores around town. So now it's like I said, I have the print of being here. People know that the product is good. And all they just need is a place to go get it. So once I supply that, that's kind of how I get my 2,000 packs a month process, right? Gotcha. And then my whole goal now is just to repeat the process in different places in a shorter amount of time, right? Gotcha. So that's why we have a college tour that we're doing, you know. But yeah, that's kind of like goes all into the brand and how I plan on building the brand and what I figured worked for the town of San Marcos, which I'm so proud of, to have this experience, to have like a tester, you know, to where I can see how I can replicate, how this can be replicated over and over.
Wow. So that's exactly what I was going to talk about next, man. So you said it yourself, like the building up the product, that's one thing on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that you've been able to master since you were, 10 and you learned the recipe and everything, and since you were 12 and you were selling this stuff, right? So getting that stuff is there, all right? Now it's the distribution and it's how you present yourself. That's the next step that you're going through. So I'm wondering, like, how do you do that? What I've seen from you, right? So I've been being his videographer for a little bit now. I've been with him some of this stuff, and what I've seen from him, the content he pushes out, the stuff that he makes and everything, it's very it's very personality based. You know, it's not just the pickles doing its own thing. You're not, making a commercials where it's just a pickle pack being like, get these $5, you know what I'm saying? 2 for $8, right? It's not just a product placement. It's you. It's Hustle Hog. It's Pickley President coming out.
It's the P. It's the branding. It's a Pickley experience.
So I'm gonna ask you then, like, what does branding mean to you in terms of your business and everything? What is like,
man? So the branding, man, this P on my head, man. For me, it stands for Pickley Pickles. But I tell people all the time, man, it can stand for positivity, man. We're spreading positivity. Wow. So for me, a brand is how can I make something stand for me without me being there? How can, like, if I take this hat off and I leave the hat here, are people gonna come here and be like, oh my goodness, it's the pick, like the representation, Can someone gonna notice it? And then once they do notice it, what does it mean once they notice it? Right? So that's like what a brand and the brand recognition would mean to me. Yeah, man, that's what a brand would mean to me, bro.
Gotcha. So it's your outlook on things.
Not necessarily outlook, but when something does look at it, how do they feel? You know what I mean? If you're looking at something and you don't feel anything, there's no brand identity with that. There's no brand recognition with that, right? And then to look at something and to have some type of feeling and like to feel some type of way from it, it's like brand identity. That's like who that brand is. Like I look at this MacBook computer, you feel me? It gives some type of professional look to it. That's the perspective that they, like you said, it's not the outlook, but that's how the identity, it's the identity of, and who's buying it, who someone that's doing some type of professional work, whether you're in school or something, that becomes brand identity based on who buys it and who walks around with it, which is why I call people Pickley pushers. And I tell people all the time, I don't even want you to buy the merch if you're not going to be walking around like with a smile on your face, or if you're going to have the hat sit inside your closet, I'm not going to sell the pack.
So then what's that brand identity that you're trying to give off with the pickles?
It's positivity, like if you're not going to be walking, like, and the thing is, what I love, that I didn't purposely do this, because I'd grown up with this business, learning the business sense. I wasn't already having this business sense when I started putting the logo on things. But once I start giving people the hats, or people buy the hats and they'll come back, man, I was walking around with the hat, man, I had so many people show me so much love and stuff like that. I started understanding the P on this hat is more than just pickles. The identity of having this P is more than just a Pickley pickle, It's a whole experience, because if you done bought the hat from me, and 10 people see you with the hat, if 5 of them people done bought pickles from me, offer up, they're like, they have that whole experience, that whole feeling all over again, just because you're walking around with the hat.
Wow. Nah, that's so freaking cool, man. It's more than just the product, like you were saying. It's the experience that comes with it. All right. That is very true. I've been seeing it'll be people on campus or something walking around with like you said, a hat or like a pickle bag or something. They're just munching on the pickles. Somebody else come up, man. I've seen it. They're just like, oh my gosh, you got a pickles. Whoa. And it's like positivity just coming off of that. You know what I'm saying? So how do you make sure that you infuse that positivity in your brand and in the stuff that you do? How do you make sure that that's the forefront?
Man, consistency, man. Like I said, my other persona, Hustle Hawk, man, my uncle told me, man, you get your name from what you do, man. Back in the day, man, they had people with the last name Carpenter, man, at some point. In your lineage, man, someone was a carpenter, So consistency, man. So whenever you see me, man, I always have the charisma to win, right? I always have that charisma. I don't start selling, right? I'll go to a spot, I'll go somewhere to sell, I take my bag off, I pray, and then I take a deep breath, because I'm not here to go out here and get money. I'm here to go have great experiences. Wow. So I want to be in the right mind state consistently every time. That way, whenever I don't run into people and have bad interactions. If it's not a good interaction, I'm only here for good interaction. I'm not here to bug. I'm here to serve. So whenever I come here, I'm here to have. It's gonna be a good experience. If I can't serve you, okay, boom, that's okay. We're just on to the next person. I'm here to serve you. Oh, you like pickles? You love pickles? I have these great pickles for you. And that it's like knowing how to say no. We're not for everyone. I'm not for everyone. Gotcha. I'm not gonna if I'm not your cup of tea, I'm not gonna make you try to like tea. I'm just gonna go find someone that likes tea. I'm gonna be the best cup of tea that person's ever tasted.
Wow.
And that's how you build that consistency and that's why no one can say they had a bad experience with me, because if they didn't want the experience, if they weren't trying to have a Pickley experience, they didn't get it.
They didn't get
You know? But if you wanted a Pickley experience, I gave you the full thing. And that's just compounded over time to time, to where I have so many good reviews. I have so less bad reviews that's kind of the perspective people see on it.
Man, so then it's not just like getting people to respect your product and what you're doing, it's also respecting them. You know that there's some people out here that's just not going to get what you're doing, or not going to get your product, or aren't interested in pickles or whatever, and you respect that. It's like you've kind of dealt with the fear of rejection by just like sharing that positive energy and being like, hey man, like I know whatever they're going through. If they don't want something, I'm not going to force it down their throats. I'm just going to let it be and let my presence be known. You uphold that positivity. So then what's that fear of rejection mean to you, and how have you overcome that? And what would you say to somebody that is going through that? Like how does that fit in a business sense? Like you're trying to get your brand out. People are like, oh, I don't know, man. Like I want to sell this, but I'm scared somebody's not going to like my clothes or my music or my other stuff. Like how would you tackle that?
There's so many people out here, like I said, like I'm the type to, if I'm scared of it, I have to go see. If there's a big name or someone is like the biggest figure and everyone's like, they're like, people would be scared of, I have to go see it. I have to go, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be scared of. Before I'm like, oh, I got to be scared of this before I'm walking up. No, I have to go get punched in the face for it. Like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be scared of.
Oh, shoot.
But I'm not going to just listen to everyone say that I got to be scared of it. So whenever I have this sense of feeling like I'm going to be rejected, the more I feel like I'm going to be rejected, the more I'm going to put myself there. Like if I go out and I sell, sometimes there's groups of like 20 people. I'm like, it can be intimidating, right?
I bet, dude, yeah.
And I'm there. I'm in front of their face talking before I had a chance to even think about not doing it. I'm hello, how y'all doing? Do y'all like, before
wow.
I'm
start thinking about it.
I guess they call it psyching yourself up. I psych myself up, because
wow.
I'm not going to just be scared just because people think I'm supposed to be scared. I have to go see what I'm supposed to be scared of for real. They said no. That 20 people said no. That's what I'm supposed to be scared of. So
oh my God.
I kind of just have to attack it, and then I can figure out, oh, maybe I shouldn't do that, But until I actually go give it a shot, how do I know I'm supposed to be scared of it? I could have had 20 people say, oh, we love pickles.
Wow.
That's
some real stuff right there. That resonates with me personally because shoot, like in my sense of things, I've never done a podcast before. I've never like coming out here talking for 40 minutes. Now I got to talk to a guest, like ask questions, stuff like that. Like I've never done that. And I kind of, you just saw it, like, starting this up and everything. I just kind of started it, went in, what's up, Bobcat's doing this, and like going in there. Same with the CIE videos, Bobcat Bazaar. I'm starting to record and getting out there. And it's that simple thing. It's action before thought, And I just think that's so beneficial for a lot of people to have.
You can have paralysis by analysis, man. You're thinking about it too long, man, you'll never get started. Man, sometimes you got to jump in the water, man.
Kind of tough. I like that. Paralysis by analysis. I'm gonna steal that if you don't mind. I'm gonna take that.
I'll steal it from someone else.
Okay. That's fire, man. Okay, so then when it comes to like your brand and everything and positivity and sharing that outlet energy with the rest of the world, right? It goes beyond pickles. Not only do you make content, right, on Instagram and TikTok, and you be posting reels and everything, but you also make merch. You got the Pickley hat right now, man. You got like swim trunks, you got like joggers coming out, I think.
Yep.
You got a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to expanding even beyond your main thing, how do you what's your mindset behind putting that positive energy behind the other products that are there?
So man, I'm real big on like not extending my line. Like I said, you gotta know how to say no. A lot of people may ask for like a different flavor of pickles, but in my head, that doesn't create a new audience. For the whole thing with line extension is that you can create a new product, but it's still only servicing the same audience. So now you have this extra flow of inventory, this extra cash you're putting into inventory, and you're still servicing the same amount of people, opposed to putting together a different product that still hits your target audience, but it expands the audience's reach, to where you may not like pickles, but I can still give you this whole conversation I'd have had explaining to you what my pickles were. You feel the positive flowing off of me. Like, man, I wish I had some type of way to, but I really don't like pickles. Well, look, man, I got this pickly hat. Which, if you would like to rock it, just because you want something to represent the experience you just had. So
whoa.
So whether or not it's pickles, like you said, it's just, how else do I put that out? Because I've had that. You kind of love pickles or you hate pickles. There's no getting away around that. Like I said, I'm not here to make pickle haters come into pickle believers. But if you enjoyed our experience, I do have something to represent that. Same thing with Walmart. Whenever you go into Walmart, you know what you're getting. Like, experience. You're leaving. You're coming in expecting experience, and you're leaving with an experience. Even and that goes into their products, their food, the quality of which the checkouts are. The full experience that you got from Walmart. You feel that whenever you leave, whenever you're putting your food inside your fridge and stuff.
Yeah.
Whether or not you walked into Walmart and bought something.
It's a feeling that you get.
When you come out of Walmart, the breeze hit you. It feel like you just left Walmart.
The skies look beautiful, the clouds and everything. Yeah,
you can be walking from you can leave in a different store and the breeze can hit you when you're walking. Like, damn, that's that Walmart breeze.
Yeah,
it's the experience that like, and having something to visually represent that, or to have something to represent that is how I figured to push the brand Pickley Pickles.
Gotcha. And that is what gets people to represent your stuff and support your stuff, even outside of something that, let's say, they want to like pickles.
They don't like pickles, but man, it's how I support. I'm pushing it. I'm telling everyone else about pickles. I hate pickles, but I done told 20 friends about pickles just because I had the experience with this guy and I'm walking around with his hat.
Yeah.
And people keep stopping me, asking me what it is.
And so it's just boom. It's so your focus throughout all of this, throughout all of Pickley Pickles, is pushing out the energy that you want, pushing out that positive energy to all the other people. And that fuels everything from your hats and everything, from anything else. It's like, even if you don't like my pickles, even if you're not messing with this, I'm not here to convert you.
I'm not even here to sell it. I'm not even trying to sell this hat to you, but you want some type of way to represent, because I only sell it to Pickley pushers, But I mean, if you may not like pickles, but you're still going to push the product, you're still going to tell people about, here, it's a Pickley.
If we had a good experience, if we had good energy bouncing between us, here's something to represent that. Wow, and that's how you get people to represent what you're doing for you.
And then look, and on top of that, right? Since you're rocking the hat, since they're the Pickley pushers, you feel me? They already support the pickle. They're gonna come and give you that same experience that you got from me, right? Wow. Maybe you're just having a bad day. You're like, man, I want to put this Pickley hat on. Man, I'm gonna put the pickle hat on. You're having a bad day. When we walk outside, you see 100. You got 100 Pickley pushers in your vicinity, man. Everyone's showing you love. Like, man, you look good in the hat, bro. You pushing Pickley, It's like your day is brightened up, just because you have something to represent positivity, a good day.
Man, that's so cool, man. I think that's so, like, I don't know, just amazing to me. It's more than just the product. It's more than just the content. It's more than just doing that. It is literally a representation of the energy that you're putting out.
And it did not. And it wasn't always like this, man. I've only had this way of thinking for maybe like the past 2 years.
Really? How did that come about?
Because I've had so much of my time locked up with like football and school and stuff like that. So I never really got a chance to experience, like, what does it feel like to go out and sell my product without having to go out and sell it. Like, I only have 3 free hours out of my day with school, football. I only got 3 hours of my day. I don't have time to go out there and just play around and go tell people about Pickley Pickles. I need to go out there and be making money, So it's not until I got the break from football and school to where I'm like spending all day. I'm like, well, I mean, I only got to go sell. I only got to sell for like 4 hours a day. I got 20 hours a day. I can go spend half of this time just enjoying my time with people. Mm-hmm. So it went from me going to like Sewell Park and trying to get sales to where I'm not trying to go get sales at Sewell Park. I'll just go out to Sewell Park to go have a good time, right? And then people will call me over and ask for pickles and stuff. I'm not here to sell no more, I'm just here to service and have a good experience, mm-hmm. And once I got the chance to go out and purposely do that, I started seeing how that was beneficial.
Interesting. Okay, so then for any students out there right now that are let's say football player, they're involved in a lot of extracurriculars, or they got a lot on their plate, you know what I'm saying, between work, school, personal stuff, games, going out making money, all that stuff, What would you tell somebody with a busy schedule, and what advice would you give them?
Man, I would tell them, man, you can do twice as much with half of what you got, man. So whenever I was in football, you're right. Those are excuses, man. You only got 3 hours to do this. You know, you don't have to go do what you do all day, every day. You know, you can spend half the time that you actually got and do twice as much while you're out there. So like right now with the videos, right? I'm spending half the amount of time that I used to spend like out here on like trying to sell every day. If I was to spend 3 hours trying to sell, me and you only go record for like an hour, you know, and then I push it out on the internet and it gets 10,000, 12,000 views. So now I done did twice as much. I done got twice, 3-4 times as much exposure in 1 hour than instead of me trying to be out there pushing the pickles on the quad for 3 hours.
Gotcha.
I done did twice as much with half my time.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes it's more about just having some type of plan, you know, having a plan, having a grand scheme. How can you make your schemes grand?
Wow.
You know?
Okay. So you're a plan maker is what I'm getting at.
You gotta be a plan maker, man. You gotta come up with strategic plans and figure out, purposely take half of what you got and only use half of it. Like, so sometimes whenever it's time for me to re-up on my pickles on my bulk order, right? Sometimes I take half of that. I don't put all of it in there, right? Boom, I buy hats, right? So now for the same amount of, I was gonna get the money for the amounts of pickles I got, right? I got found the way to expand the brand awareness and the brand identity, right? With the same amount of money, half the money I would have spent on pickle products, I would have spent it on merch. You know, I still didn't did, and then with the merch, people walk around with the hats all day. That's like a billboard, you know. So now I didn't got 2, 3, 4 times as much exposure from people rocking hats, in opposed to me just trying to put $100 on Facebook ads or something like that. Wow. You know, just on having a strategic plan.
Interesting, bro. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. That's so cool.
We just get so caught up in using all the resources that we got.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly. I'm trying to think of like I mean, in my life, you know, like I sit here and I'm like, oh, I don't got the best resource or something. Like I'm over here, you know.
You got 2 cameras,
I got 2 cameras.
And
I got
you're like, that's not enough. That's not enough. I need an HD camera. I need microphones.
But it's like I still got 2 cameras though.
You could have did this whole podcast with 1 camera. You could have rented out a camera, you know, and did the podcast and just rented out a room and not even invested.
So it's
20% of what you already invested.
Exactly. So it's like how do we allow ourselves to get caught up in like, you know, oh, we only have this or we don't have that. Like we don't have the best. You know, I was sitting there like, man, I don't got a 32 pixel camera. Like my stuff's gonna look buns. That's not true. So it's like, how do we allow ourselves to get caught up in what we have right now is not enough? And then how do we push past that? Like, how do we look past that and everything? It's like, I don't know.
Sometimes you gotta go without, man. And I used to have it saying, man, ain't nobody come to save me, bro. Ain't nobody come to save me. You know, sometimes you gotta go without, and it's like, I gotta make this work. You gotta make it work, man. You gotta understand the art of getting things done. Sometimes you don't have it, but you still gotta get it done. Like there is no excuse for just because you don't have it don't mean it can't get done. Just because, and the thing is, man, just because we don't do it don't mean it's not gonna get done. That's the thing. Just because you want to do the podcast and you don't got your 32-bit camera doesn't mean the podcast not gonna get done. It just means they're gonna find somebody else in here that got the camera that's ready to go. You know, so if you want to be the one to do it, you better learn how to do it, even if you don't got it. You know, because it's going to happen. Regardless, like that's this whole thing. You put these ideas out in the world. If I'm not the pickle man this year, there's going to be a pickle man next year. Wow. Just because they didn't put this out into the world.
Gotcha. Yeah. So they beat you to it almost.
It's not like they didn't beat me. It's not like they beat me to it. It's just they did it. They did it. Instead of, while I'm over here talking about having paralysis by analysis, waiting until I got my good camera. Somebody with a terrible camera that came up and shot a terrible film that went viral.
On like 50 videos out already and everything. Yeah.
You know?
Wow. Yeah.
So, and the thing is, no one's perfect. I didn't start off selling these pickles perfectly, you know? You have to do it regardless. You're going to go through some ups and downs. You might as well jump into it. The same thing is not being scared of the challenge, going to attack the challenge. It's not until you start doing the challenge that you realize, oh, okay, I actually can use this camera. I just need some different audio. I just need the color grade needs to be better. You know, it's not until you do it that you make actions that you have some type of hypothesis of how to make it better.
I see.
But you got to be in there first, you know.
You're right. You're right. Oh my gosh. Okay, sweet. So then I got a question for you. And in this one, it's a personal question. It's something I'm going through now. So I'm hoping that you can answer it. But I've recently I've been a lot busier than I've been in a long time. All right. I've been putting stuff together. I've been doing a whole lot. Okay. And I'm the type of person that loves that. I love being out there and pushing my limits. Like if I have a good productive day, I sit back and I'm like, man, that was a great day. That was awesome. I was getting work done. I was doing my stuff. Okay. And I love that. Let's not get it twisted. But when it comes to, today I'm gonna give myself 24 hours to take a break. Nothing, not doing nothing productive, just gonna chill, play my Smash Bros, do my whatever, watch my Breaking Bad, all that stuff, right? The break feels good too. And it's like sometimes, man, that break that I have, once I work so hard and have that really good break, it's like that break is so good, I want to have that again. And so it's not that I don't like working hard, but it's like the break just is so good. I get encapsulated with it. And I just have that break for days and days and days on end, and it throws off my hard work. And I struggle getting back to that hard work. Not because it's not good, because the break is so good. So I was wondering, like, if you had anything to say about that, like, how do you escape a break that's so good and get back to the work that you also love, even though the break is so good? I've been saying good a lot, but like, you know what I'm saying?
It's the thing, man. I'm trying not to say too much because it's a lot, but it's a little. Man, you gotta learn how to get bored, man. You gotta throw your game in the trash, bro. I don't have a game. I gave my game to my little brother.
Whoa,
I don't have.
That's for sure.
and the thing, and I did this at Navarro Junior College at 18, 19. I got rid of my game.
Wow.
Right, but and this comes from my uncle. My uncle told me once he got out of jail, he spent a lot of time playing the game. It wasn't until he gave his game to my dad, to his little brother, that he got a chance to focus on what he was doing. And what he told me is, man, who made the light bulb?
Benjamin Franklin, right? Or Thomas Jefferson?
I couldn't tell you, right? But the point is, right?
I'm a college student, man. We doing this stuff. Let's
right. The point is, right? They made the light bulb back whenever there was no electricity, right? You know how bored you got to be to create electricity, and change the entire world, right? So the whole thing is the creativity booms in boredom. You gotta find a way. You gotta go get bored, bro. You can't be scared to go spend time with yourself in boredom. That's just how it is, bro.
Wow.
Sometimes you gotta throw away the game to where, man, I'm so bored. I want to go figure out how to make marketing for pickles. I'm so bored. I want to go learn how to do some type of color grade system.
Man, but then it's like, how do you balance those wants? Then it's like I want to be this person that's so productive and everything, but I also want to play that game. So
you gotta sell it. That's how you get rid of it. Boom. After that, then what? Is there a game for you to go play after that? You sitting there stuck inside in boredom. After that,
wow.
That's it. Simple. As soon as you get rid of the game, you sit inside bored.
Wow.
I ain't go to school for no videography. I ain't go to school for no business. I didn't go to school for a lot of things, right? Everything I learned how to do came from me being bored. It came from me sitting inside, figuring out coming inside, not playing on the game, just sitting at the screen like, no, I'm on the screen. I'm on the end of the World Wide Web. I'm finna figure out something. Wow. I don't got no game to play. I'm not finna go try to find a game to play. I'm finna go figure out how to create my own game. I'm so bored. I'm finna go figure out how to create my own game.
Wow.
And just that perspective change is once that ingrains in you, I'm trying to get bored as soon as possible. You start loving you love the time you get to go be bored, to go be creative, to come up with these new ideas. Wow. So yeah, man, you just gotta throw the game in the trash, bro. That's just go throw your game in the trash.
You gotta allow yourself to be bored in order to see progress come from it.
Man, you know how much
it's
inspiration.
Big step. It's a big step, but it comes with rewards.
Like I said, you know how bored you gotta be to create electricity?
Wow. I've never thought about that too. That's wow, man. That's wild. Well, look, I got one more thing to ask you. You know what I'm saying? This has been very insightful. All right. I want to thank you once again, being on here and everything. I'm gonna thank you in a second as well. But for the students out there that are watching this, for the people that are trying to start their own businesses, for the people that are trying to get their stuff off the ground, turn their ideas into reality. You know what I'm saying? If you could give them any advice, if you could give them anything that I don't know, maybe it counts back to when you were doing this in college and you had that, or when you had the idea or something. If you could give any of these visionaries and any advice, any lessons you've learned, anything, what would it be?
Man, Nipsey Hussle got a song called Perfect 10. Man, in that song, man, he goes, man, I'm not gonna act or portray like I had this vision thought already, or like I knew this stuff was gonna be like this. Man, I just didn't give up. Man, so at the end of the day, man, just don't give up, man. Wake up every single day, keep trying to attack, keep getting on your marathon, man. Every single day you're on a marathon, man. Keep walking. Man, walking marathon until you bruise your feet, man. Simple as that, man. That's it.
Wow.
Don't stop.
Don't stop no matter what, man. Man, thank you so much, bro. This has been it's wild to see that your level of dedication and your level of like, this is, you know what your brand is, you know who you are, you know what energy you're trying to sell to people. You know that it goes beyond the product. It goes beyond the content that I'm making. It goes beyond the sales and money that I'm getting. It's the energy that I'm putting out. And we see that through your brand. We see that through the merchandise you have. We see that through your hustle. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to, it's been a pleasure to be able to come here and really tap into your mindset behind the hustle. You know, what makes you get your stuff? What makes people recognize you? You know what I'm saying? And so I think that it's just been an amazing chance to tap into one's mind. You know what I'm saying? You're killing it, man. You're doing a great job and everything.
I appreciate
this
that.
Unbiased, by the way. You know, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. Let's not get it twisted and everything. But man, from growing up doing this, you know what I'm saying? From the science fair projects, going all out in those, you know what I'm saying? To getting to a place where you allowing yourself to be bored, selling your games and stuff like that. To beating the fear of rejection, facing stuff face first, putting action before thought. Mm-hmm. You know, allowing yourself to figure out what happens instead of asking yourself what's gonna happen, and just balancing your schedule, coming up with all that stuff. Your startup has been amazing so far, and I hope that it keeps on going, man. Thank you so much for being out here, man.
Man, no problem, man. Look, man, if y'all out here, shout out to all my Pickley pushers. Mm-hmm. Man, y'all drop the cucumbers and the fires in the comment section. Man, I appreciate you for having me on here.
Thank you, bro.
Oh,
man.
Boom. Man, if y'all like a chance to go try to grab some of these pickles, we got them at Bobcat Quickie. We got them at AJ's Road Ranch and Grill by the Den, the red food truck.
Boom. All right. Okay, there you go, bro. There you go. And yeah, if you want to shout out your, socials, put anything out there, you know what I'm saying?
Man, y'all follow us at SS Pickleys, sweet and spicy Pickley Pickles. And yeah, man, it's us, man. We're Pickley Pickles, man. We out here pushing Pickley, pushing positivity, man, and great energy, man.
Wow, man. Well, thank you so much, Rodrick, man. Thank you for coming out here. We got the Pickley President, y'all. We got a Pickley President out here in this. We got that stuff. It's crazy. Thank you so much for coming here. And with all that being said, y'all, thank you all for watching this video, man. Thank y'all. I know
shout out to the CIE.
Shout out to the CIE. I was just about to say, man, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones that set all this up. If you all are interested in free entrepreneurship student events made for you guys to be better entrepreneurs, all right, make sure you follow the Texas State CIE on Instagram. That is TXST_CIE on Instagram. We post all of our details on there. With all that being said, though, once again, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, man, I can't wait to see the grind going and everything like that.
Let's do it.
Awesome, man. To all the Texas State students out there, I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day, your week. I'm going to see y'all next week, all right? Go to all the events. Make sure you follow up on everything. And keep doing great things, Bobcats. All right, with all that being said, I'm going to see y'all, man.
Yeah, bro.